the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. And yeah, I'm with
Yeah,
this guy.
he's back in London.
I'm back, only
Yeah.
for a short time. I had to be for a long time, but I'm back. And you'll see also that I submitted a Voice of Reason video from a particular well-known location. So all will be revealed tomorrow.
Yeah.
However,
What are we going to talk about?
man, there's just a lot to talk about. We've got the match happening tomorrow, the Carabao Cup in it against Liverpool.
Liverpool. Yeah.
Um, I always laugh because
What are you
I
laughing
don't
for?
know what team's gonna show up. What team's gonna show up, man? Like this last week, things have been very, very toxic. Um, we love Arsenal. We won't be doing this
Mm.
if we didn't love our team, our club. But yeah, things have been rather challenging, at least to say, and that's putting it mildly.
Can I do a shout out quickly?
Yeah,
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 shout out to Richard from Arsenal TV. He's got a new segment. It's
yes.
called the International Gooner, isn't it?
International Guna.
IG.
Yeah.
It's got
Oh,
IG,
is it
yeah.
all for IG? Are we plugging IG as well?
Well, yeah, we'll give a shout out to IG as well.
Yeah,
That,
yeah, yeah. And
it's
Guna Glen as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
Guna Glen.
Mube Gooner as
Ube
well.
Guna.
And who else is there?
There, there was a couple others, but I was looking out for my segment. I'm
Well,
not big-headed.
yeah, I know TC's kind of taking time out. He's usually on I'm Gonna Talks, but like he's given himself like a long extended vacation, which
Yeah.
is cool, because
Yeah.
being a content creator is no joke, you know what I mean? Especially as there's been a lot of talk the last couple of days. The Shaka situation, and
Yeah.
we see a lot of abuse. Actually, did you see as well? Actually, I didn't see this. It's only IG told me that Shaka's changed the image on his is it YouTube? Not YouTube, Twitter.
Twitter
Yeah,
account.
from Arsenal, with him wearing the Arsenal to him wearing the Switzerland kit.
That's where his head is at this moment in time, I suppose. I want to put something out there that may sound almost as an excuse, and I don't mean it to be an excuse or an apology as such. But maybe with all the flack that he's been getting, we talk about, there's been a lot of talk about mental awareness. Um, and this could be one of those things that we have to be very concerned about, because I was having a conversation with our sister about the levels of expectation that we have as fans and the levels of professionalism that you have when you're a player.
Mm.
And our expectations may be a lot more, how can I put it? It could be a lot more heavy and maybe far reaching than the actual player that is trying to perform, at his level.
Mm.
Um, so I just want to say that everything seems to accumulate is a new dad as well. Um, him not being the player that we want him to be, all those expectations they play, weigh heavily on his mind. And with what happened, I think what happened on Sunday may have been just literally the explosion that he probably feels he had to vent it
Mm.
with all the fans getting on as well. So I'm not excusing what he done, but at the same time, I think we have to be very careful about the way that we are. We all bear responsibility as fans. Yeah, we do get frustrated. My videos, I do get frustrated, but I think that at time that it's all seemed to accumulate for Xhaka. Maybe he felt like that's the best way for him to react. To react to the fans, it's all disrespectful. But maybe it's because he's come to that point now where he's thinking, no, I've had enough, and that's the way he felt he had to deal with it. So
Yeah, well,
yeah,
I think we could go in greater depth, but it's just a short live video we're doing now.
yeah, yeah,
This coming actually, like Raz said, tomorrow. He's got a voice of reason that's just in the process of being uploaded, and you're at an iconic stadium, aren't you? You want to say where you are,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you want to leave it for the surprise?
Well, I think they can guess now.
Well, I haven't said it. I didn't say where you are.
Iconic
Icon
Stadium. Is it Wembley?
Wembley, but I
Wembley.
guess you have to wait and see where he went today to do the voice of reason. Outside the stadium. And the other thing as well we want to talk about was the EASYTALK. This coming Friday, we're going to be doing a head-to-head part 2. What's that look for? What's that look for?
I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
So
yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Part two of the head-to-head.
I'll pull out one other thing as well.
Of course you can. Go for it.
Guys, as I mentioned before on the Voice of Reason, you'll see that from where it's from. But I didn't expect the Voice of Reason from last week to blow up to so many views. So thank you very much. As I mentioned before, and you'll hear that as well, that I talk very much from the heart. I'm not a statistician like Alex is, or a tactician like James. James has got
living, walking, talking encyclopedia, man.
I'm just a supporter from 71, and sometimes I like to say that I call it the way I see it, but I call it from a point of view that I hope that the way that we convey, the way that we love our club is the way that you guys come back at us and leave comments and everything else. So once and foremost, thank you very much for the likes, and we got this head-to-head bite size.
Before we go on to that, I just want to say as well that Channel 4 TV is a platform where you can come. You don't have to always agree with what we say. Look,
we don't always agree.
We don't agree with with each other some of the time, but that's the beauty of being an Arsenal supporter. However, the negative part is that some people like to go overboard, where they use the vulgar language, and even to a point where, poor Xhaka. I mean, I can't even repeat some of the tweets that he has received, but it's okay for us to have disagreements, what I mean? And of course,
disagreement makes us stronger in a sense as well, because we can see from all angles, points of view, and when it's expressed, as I mentioned, we mentioned this before, that we don't bear any malice to any player. Being a player for maybe 5, 6, taking it to the academy, and you're playing and you're training. It's a dream job. I'd love to be in that position, but many are called and very few are chosen, I suppose, as well. So we've got to back up players, and they do frustrate us, they do annoy us, they do make us angry. But then we have to also step back and think, okay, come away from that. What's the real agenda? The real agenda is, if it's not tactics, if it's not the players' mentality, if it's not VAR, or whatever reasons they are, we've got to try and give a very sound and balanced viewpoint, and then at the end of the day, support the club, support the players.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a fact of taking sides. I'm not Emery in, I'm not Emery out. We're both Arsenal, fans. You know what I mean? But that's the bottom line. So so getting back to Friday, it's going to be the second part of the head-to-head. I think we might have James Rowe.
I was envious for the longest time. I was envious because he had James, he had IG, he had Gunnar Glenn. I was driving in the I reside in South Wales, and it was hammering down, and I had the phone on, not phoning and driving at the same time, not texting or anything. But when I was listening to you guys, I was thinking I just want to be a part of it, because the talk was good banter. Good banter.
Yeah. So again, tune in. Not only on Friday. Remember, tomorrow is going to be the voice reason at 7:00. Pen your comments. Like Rad said, thank you for all of you guys who took the time to view and give them the comments as well. And EASYTALK this Friday, second part of the head-to-head. And there is a game tomorrow, but we're playing against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup.
Do you think they're going to take it serious? And
that's a good question. It's a good question. After what happened, over the weekend.
Do you think they're going to think, well, let's try and take this team apart because now they're in disarray? Maybe it might not be the making of us.
It could be. It could be like a watershed moment where in actual fact, after everything that's gone on, this could be a moment where we actually, or the team comes together. But I'm going to do my. It's tomorrow, isn't it?
It's tomorrow. So you're going to do your 11
Oh, I have to do my.
in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
I realize, yeah, it's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah.
What I usually do
You
the
do
live,
yeah.
rather than doing all like the pre-recorded stuff. The guys, you know what? It takes a lot of work to do the pre-recorded stuff. You have all the graphics and the sound and the music and everything else. It doesn't take it's not a 5-minute job. It takes at least an hour and a half, 2 hours to get all that stuff
I
together.
always say this, but I think I have to say it for real in front of this guy that you do a lot of work. It's very appreciated because I just submit my videos and I let them get on with it. But there's, as everybody knows, when you do this format, there's a lot of planning on top of working full time as well. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Love,
it's all right.
and everything else. And much love to you guys who give us the comments, tell us how we can shape the channel and everything else.
And even more so the guests.
The guests,
all the people who had,
all the guests.
Little Maisie.
Yeah, Little Maisie.
DJ
Fury.
There you go.
Yeah.
Colin as well.
Don't forget Colin. Where is Colin? Is he still?
Well, he's given up, hasn't he?
Man. Colin, come back. Give us a comment.
Give a bit of an Arsenal.
Yeah.
Mube Gugner and the Hennessy.
Yeah. I might have to freight a crate or two.
No, that's already making, man. That's already making, no doubt, man. Glenn, there's been Andrew as well.
Andrew, yeah.
What's his
James, Richard,
IG.
Hey, what about the real father?
Yeah. Oh,
Eltel. Where's the dude, man? Where's he?
Like you say, people, have their daytime jobs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shall we get into the chat?
Let's get into the chat.
See what's been said about us. Right, guys, keep it clean. Right, so at the top, let's see. We'll recognize this. Who is this person?
Oh, wow.
Who's that?
Yeah, well done, my sweetheart. You're probably thinking, oh my God, Dad. Well done, sweetheart. Add your friends as they come to the channel.
Oh, yeah, make sure you subscribe. If you're watching this for the first time, make sure you subscribe to Canapoi TV and press
the notification button.
There you go. So you can receive all the latest and greatest.
Yeah, we're great.
Oh, there you go.
There
you go. Then we've got Ugandan Knuckles. It says hello. Yes.
Yeah, Ugandan Knuckles.
And hi, brother.
He's a massive dude, man.
Yeah. And evening.
Good evening.
All right, guys. We'll just try and keep the chat clean. Otherwise, we're gonna have to. We will delete those comments. Do you want to read it?
Yeah, Emery is talking out of his. I swear, this man is talking. Half the time, I don't even understand him. He speaks worse English than Harry Kane. Now, let me just say something. It's difficult enough coming over and understand the language, trying to get the players all on one side and try and translate your ideas to formulate what you want to have on the pitch. It's incredible just to do that and to come across. I've got no problems with Unai Emery. I've got issues with them down the road and issues with one of their strikers.
Hey, but you did your voice of reason last week where you're going hard in on him. You went very, very hard in on our coach.
Yeah, I'm allowed to.
Yeah, you are.
I'm allowed to. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that them down the road, I don't pay any mind whatsoever, and their player. I think Unai speaks better English than HK. Let's just put it that way. Other than that, get behind the team, guys.
Okay. What's this one? Again, Ugandan Knuckles. Shall I read it? He's in the interview he did today. He said the same answer 10 times over when the journalist asked a question. I swear, bro. Haha. Okay. Going to the next one then.
Yeah.
Hey, Ugandan Knuckles, you're dominating the chat again. Hey, listen, not that we know. Yeah, thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
So Shaka Decore in.
I'll say, okay, as I mentioned before, the way that Xhaka displayed, the way that he acted, not acceptable. I'm taking into consideration everything that's happened to him in the past and up to his very point. It's up to Xhaka to, if he is the captain of the team, he should really just come out and say, all right, guys, hands up. I apologise. Still be fined. There's still got to be some kind of some form of punishment because it's not what a captain does. A captain needs. I was watching Guna Glenn,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he said leadership. It's all about leadership. You know, you're the first one on the pitch, and you're the last one out. Just a quick note: the rugby. If you see the way that England stood up to the haka against New Zealand, everyone was behind their captain. The whole team played as one. And I like some of those elements to be shown in the way that Arsenal played because way back when you was in the tunnel, you saw Vieira, Bergkamp, and Henry and Perez. You knew you was going to be for a hard time, and I think we need to get a mentality back.
Yeah, we'll go back into chat.
Yeah.
Got Screenboy8 who says, "Oops, I'm not Emery out yet." So there we go. So we've got people in the chat who say they're out, and we've got Screenboy says, "I'm not Emery out yet."
Yeah, I think it's all down to we are results driven, and the results don't lie. So at this moment in time, we are where we are because of the way that we haven't played to our full potential yet.
Okay. We've got the brother, the Hennessy brother, Mube Guna. Big up my G's. Yes.
Yeah.
I said big up. You know what I mean? Just shout out to Mube Guna. Yeah. We'll get you one very soon, and maybe a bottle of Hennessy as well.
Yeah, I think we should send UK, send in.
Well, UK taste Hennessy.
Yeah, what's the difference? I don't think
I don't know. Hey, Mube, what's the difference between the Hennessy that you have and the UK Hennessy? I don't know.
It's probably like 100% proof.
All right, there you go. A bit of shout out for my brother. There you go.
Amazing, brother.
Bit of love on the channel. Amazing, brother. Yeah, have Alex. Yeah. Hey, forget about him, man.
Yeah.
Hey, tune in on Friday. On Friday. The head-to-head, man.
You see, I was pointing. He's got his. Right.
All right, we've got Luca from Arsenal Vlogs. He said, "Hi, how are you? All right. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
And what else is there? Thanks for the love as always, boys. Can't wait to come back on. Yeah, we'll have you back on, man. Just pure jokes, man.
Definitely.
Blood fire. Yeah, we've got a prediction.
Oh, prediction for Liverpool. I'll go 3-1 Liverpool.
Do you know what? I was thinking the same thing today.
I'm gonna go optimistic and maybe blind optimism. I'm gonna go with a draw. Yeah, and he'll get a win there.
Okay.
I think
that's brave, man.
I know.
That's brave. If he said, well, again, that's his prediction.
Well, I was.
Go on.
I was half right on Sunday because I said 2-1.
You can't be half right, man.
Yeah, I was
you're either right or you're wrong.
I was half
but you're half right.
I
was right.
2-2. So where do you stand with Arsenal fan?
Oh, we're ahead. We're probably ahead by maybe 5 points.
Okay.
That's down to me. My predictions. Anyway,
there's tumbleweeds.
Dear. But yeah, I think I want to be honest. I want to support Arsenal. I want Arsenal to win.
But you feel you have to be real.
Yeah. Arsenal Vlogs. I think it's going to be 3-1 as well. Which one should we do next? We'll do this one.
Yeah, do that one. Arsenal Football Club, only club that doesn't bother stripping Xhaka. But if that was Chelsea or Man City or Liverpool, they strip their captain. But typical Arsenal, don't bother because Emery forgives. Okay.
But has he said? He hasn't said.
I think it's been all silent, hasn't it?
Well, he did a press conference today, and he was asked a question. Is Xhaka still the captain? And Emery said, right about now, the most important thing is for Xhaka to be right in his mind.
Okay.
That he needs to get back, to being himself before we can even talk about him.
So that sounds like there's some kind of underlying issues going on there, and I think there's always going to be some kind of standpoint where the club has to act in the right way before they can act out any kind of sanctions. So the best thing for them to do is say, look, let's take everything into consideration. Put what happened the obvious things to go in and say, right, him swearing to the fans, him being disrespectful, we can deal with that. That's the most easiest thing. But let's see what led up to that
Mm.
incident, and then we take it from there.
Tracy Linton, who's a regular, I think Emery's trying to mess up Ozil by playing him tomorrow. If he don't play good to justify why he don't pick him, which he can't have a great game against Liverpool. Right, so I understand what you're trying to say there. My stance, or my opinion is, yeah, I think that's what Tracy's trying to say. But I think for me, Unai Emery doesn't rate Mesut Ozil. He doesn't rate him, and you've got a player who's been disrespectful to the coach.
Yeah, he was disrespectful to the coach leading up to Baku.
Exactly.
So, as a coach, and what everybody else has mentioned on several other social platforms, that the coach is the one who's in charge. So he's got to say, look, I can't be having that. I'm setting standard. But then the player's got a choice. He either rises to the occasion or he falls back.
Exactly.
Now, so far, he seems, from what Unai, this is where Unai is messing himself up a little bit. Unai is saying, yeah, everything that Ozil is doing, of what I've asked him to, he's doing it.
Yeah.
So if he's doing it, then you've got to give him the opportunity to play. Now, if he plays him tomorrow and Ozil does an outstanding job, then Unai has to start thinking, well, hang on a minute now. I was hoping that he meets the mark. He's gone beyond that. Now I might be able to consider him for bigger games.
Personally, I don't think he's going to be chosen to travel tomorrow. He'll probably be on the bench. I can't see Emery playing him. Not after all that's happened there. I'd be very, very surprised if Ozil starts tomorrow.
All right, if he doesn't
after everything that's happened there.
All right, so if he doesn't start, do you think he might play him tomorrow?
No, he won't play him. I don't think he's going to play him.
So he's going to keep him on the bench, but he's not going to play him. Okay. Well, you heard Alex.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
Let's kill two birds with one stone. We get rid of Xhaka and Emery. Same time would be nice. We are a joke with this man as our coach. Okay. Shall I take this? Or do you want
That's you taking this, man. I don't know Henderson man coming after me, man. What are you talking about?
Okay. So, Bruce Rioch. I wonder how long was he with Arsenal? I don't think he did the full.
He didn't do a full season, did he?
No,
I think.
No, I don't think he did a full season. Okay, so the reason I bought Bruce Rioch was because when you've got George Graham, you've got Bruce Rioch, you've got Arsene Wenger. Some of the younger fans only see Arsene Wenger. I remember Terry Neal. Yeah. So those managers that came in certain periods of the time, the tenure was very long because that's the way football was then.
Yeah.
Now, when you've got teams like Chelsea and Man City who have a succession of managers, Liverpool as well.
Yeah, Liverpool they were in the mix, isn't it?
Yeah. And they so far, it's only latterly within the last, I suppose, 8 years, 10 years, with Man City, they've grown in prominence because they've got the money behind them, and then there's two managers that everyone says we missed out on. We missed out on. One was Klopp and one was Pep Guardiola. So that's where the frustration comes in because you're seeing what those teams and how those teams used to be. Used to beat Man City for fun.
Oh yeah.
And Chelsea.
Before we even played the game, we've beaten them.
Yeah. Now they've gained and they've gone ahead of us. Liverpool's gone ahead of us. So it's quite easy to say, right, we got rid of Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger was the last manager and the longest serving manager to be in a position. Now he could have made his last 5 years or 8 years intact if he didn't have such an ego. And if he got some of the older players in, there's lots of stories going around. And some may be myth, some may be quite factual. But at the end of the day, the results are there. So Unai had to come in, as I mentioned, on our first head-to-head.
Yeah.
Unai had to come in. He had to sort out the mess and try. And this is where we are now at this moment in time. Unai is trying to sort out this mess, and he's going to get some stick because some of his decisions are not clear. He's not consistent, and all these kind of like ingredients would lead for us to say he's not a worthy coach. He's not a manager, he's a coach. So for now, what we have to be aware of is if we get rid of him, we're going to be like all the other clubs. We're going to be like Chelsea. We're going to be like Liverpool. We're going to be like Man City, who they're going to get rid of a coach, and the time to try and build the team up is going to go back. We're going backwards at this moment in time, which I don't like. But we're going to go back even further before we go even further forward. How long are we going to wait? Are we going to wait another maybe 3 seasons, 4 seasons? So, as much as it frustrates me a little bit, Unai has to stay until we either achieve top 4 or if we win the Europa, we may get in the back. I'm not for all the cups, to be honest. I want us to do it the proper way. Let's get into the top 4 properly.
We don't give the voice a reason for nothing, you know.
Okay. Thank you.
We pay him quite well.
Hey.
Is it me or is it you?
It's you.
Even lads, I would be officially Emery out if Xhaka is picked at the weekend and captain. Again, you are entitled to your own opinion. I don't agree with what you're saying there, because one time you're saying that you're going to give Emery time, and now you're saying to me, or you're saying to us, that if Xhaka is picked this weekend, you're going to be Emery out.
You see, this is the thing. You know, I think that the reason for that is because a lot of us have been very, very patient. We've been patient trying to get.
Yeah, but like you said, he's got a job to do.
Yeah, we've been patient. We trying to get Arsene out. Arsene's out. Also, this guy in. He wasn't the first choice. And now he's getting the flack. In some cases, quite deservedly, because he's got to come correct. He's got to say. I said to you, it doesn't seem like he knows his 11, and you said, yeah, he does know his 11. But now we're getting those players in. We're going to that.
We're going to cover that on Friday.
Cover that Friday.
Yeah. I think it's 1-0 to me anyway.
How did you figure that?
Guendouzi hasn't scored.
Yeah. Yeah. But he sets up. He sets up goals. You know what? Guendouzi. Hey, listen. I DM'd you. Guendouzi.
Where? You sent to Guendouzi?
Yeah, man. Yeah? On Twitter.
Get out of it, man.
Right. Guendouzi. I'll have to try to DM you again, man. He feels that you're not going to score. But we've got a bet going on. It's an ice bucket challenge. By the end of the season, you've got to score a goal. Listen, and this guy's going to go down.
The ice bucket challenge, listen, there can be only one winner.
Yeah,
that's going to be me. Yeah, so get your bikini ready, man.
There's some horrible images. He wears a bikini, not me. Right. Yeah. So much for 10 minutes.
I think it's you, isn't it?
Okay. Ahmed, Ethiopian, Chad, 6'8". Hi, I'm 6'8". Okay. Welcome to the channel, Ahmed. Welcome to the channel. 6'8".
6'8".
He could be our defender.
Exactly. We don't like Kolasinac around here.
Okay.
And you go into the he can go.
Okay.
I'm not going to read that one there.
No.
And moving.
We are winning tomorrow. Captain Ozil with a masterpiece, making him undroppable. I can only pray 3-1 Arsenal.
Yeah. I can't see it happening though, man. We're still going to run through just a couple more, because it was only supposed to be like a 10-minute
intro to tomorrow and Friday.
On Friday, yeah. Which one?
Ahmed, Canon Fodder, you should make a podcast with your brother Lee Gunner and Gunner Eagle Eye.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Yeah. It's not going to happen. We have our own style of doing our podcast, and we are somewhere near the middle, and they're somewhere over here. Yeah. It's not going to happen. But yeah, it's not going to happen.
What if they want to come on our channel?
It's not going to happen.
Okay.
It's not going to happen. So we're not going to,
we'll leave it there.
Yeah, we'll leave it there. Oops.
Okay, Arsenal vlogs. Why doesn't Emery not play your highest wage player at the club, despite he doesn't rate him? Give him a chance. I'd rather play him than over crappy Xhaka. Okay, well, you said how it could travel, but he's not. I mean, Emery's not going to play him.
He's not going to play him. He's not going to play him.
Mube wants him to play and be undroppable. Well, he's undroppable. Well, he's not undroppable. He's there in the peripheral.
Yeah. If I could play for Arsenal, man, I will give my all. These average players have the opportunity to play every week, and they aren't doing anything good. That's
how we feel.
Yeah.
That's how every Arsenal fan feels.
Okay, just the last two, because like I said, it was only supposed to be like a half, well, like 10-minute shorts.
Hey, Mube, give Emery a full year and 10 game in the Prem. We are meant to be going forward right now. We are not. Only Man City and Liverpool have a better squad than us. We are scraping points every week. Yeah, but I've got a saying, and I heard this somewhere, that Rome wasn't built in a day, but they were laying bricks every hour. So
we only show great play when we play the kids in Europe, Euro League.
Yeah. That moment when our bench is better than our starting 11. It's a fair point.
See you boys tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna call this. What was it? It was just like a
mini bite-size segment intro.
Everything.
For everyone. So, yeah. Okay, bro. So
yeah, well, thanks to you guys, who came into the chat and made it very lively. And again, if you're gonna watch this on replay or rewind or at a later date, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button as well, so you can receive all the notifications and the latest and greatest news right here on Cannon Fodder TV. Remember, tomorrow is the Voice of Reason with Raz, and Friday it's going to be the second part of our head-to-heads.
Yes.
I'm leading because Gwendozy hasn't seen the goal yet. But
in your dreams, they're gonna be nightmares. When Gwendozy bursts through, and when he puts, it's gonna be the biggest cheer. I'm gonna say, Alex, did I tell you?
It's not gonna happen.
Did I tell you, Alex? Alex, did I tell you?
It's not gonna happen. Anyway, if you've been wondering who or what you've been watching, you have been watching Cannon Fodder,
the channel for Arsenal fans
all over the world.
And it's not breaking news.